Yeah, I think the other fear is that um, if we start going back, because with the Spanish flu, they had an outbreak, and then when people started going back to work, that's when they had their biggest outbreak, and that's a fear for me because I've looked at history and I've looked at what happened before.
Mm.
Now I'm a bit worried. If we do go back to work, is there going to be another huge outbreak because so many people have got it, and now there's much more chance of infection later.
Well, I suppose it is inevitable that if people start moving around next week together, figures are going to increase because there are going to be the virus is out there. So there are going to be people that slip up, and there are, again, it's back to this trust I spoke about earlier, is that how much do I trust that if I go out tomorrow that everybody's going to be following the same hygiene rules that I'm following so that I don't pass that on? I'm taking out my hand gel, I'm taking out my tissues, I'm taking out my gloves, I'm taking out my mask, but I know other people aren't doing this. And I'm not doing it every time I go out because, I haven't got that many masks. So everyone's choosing, what's most important. So if I'm in a supermarket, I want to make sure I'm protected because everyone's touching lots of different things. But if I'm walking in the park, I don't necessarily have to worry about that too much. But, I don't want to sit on a bench because I know somebody sat on that bench before me and I don't know how long ago that was. And, maybe we're being told now that we can go into the parks and we can do this. But how do I know that that's safe? No one's wiping down the bench before I sit on it. So this is going to be, again, another level of anxiety. And I think what we'll find is a lot of people won't want to go out. They don't want to take that risk. And we're also going to find a lot of people don't want to return to work and we don't want to send our kids back to school.
Yeah, because even when some employers were and ahhing, I'm sure there were people that were getting annoyed at their employer because they're like, well, why haven't you sent us home yet? This is ridiculous. People are most likely going to start dying here because you guys are, dragging your feet and making us still come in,
And I'm sure you've definitely heard stories where in those early days that the employers said, if you go home, you will lose your job.
Yeah, I heard that too, actually. Yeah, there were letters going out to staff saying these are the rules. If you get sick, your pay is going to be drastically reduced. I guess those people, in a way, might even be lucky because, lots of people that work in restaurants and stuff like that, they're probably not even getting paid. They've probably been told. Well, actually, I heard of a particular restaurant. They got rid of 150 staff, and they said to the staff, "We're giving you 2 months non-paid holiday." Wow. I mean, those people must be really, really worried about even if they even got a job after the 2 months, there's no guarantees.
And there's going to be a lot of bitterness around things like that as well, because we don't know that these people have got lots of money because they own a business. Not everybody's got a lot of money because they own a business, but there's a bit of resentment there, isn't it? They can say it's all right for you. You can lay us off for 2 months, not pay us, and then you expect us to come back and start earning new money again. So I am aware that there's quite a lot of that going on. We've heard the talk around celebrities that aren't supporting their staff, but again, we don't know the backstory to all of this. And at the end of the day, most people pay their taxes, and we're all entitled to the same kind of help. But then there is also that forgotten population that don't pay their taxes, or they do work cash in hand, that haven't got the backup of the government funding at this time as well. So I don't know what's happening to those kind of people, but that's got to be creating some enormous stress when you haven't got that.
Well, I guess it's all means tested. I guess the government, I don't know, I'm totally speculating, but this is how I would do it. I would just look at the people that paid tax. If you paid a lot of tax, then you get the biggest reward during this time where you don't have work. But if you haven't paid much tax, then, there's other people that did pay tax, But I guess it's so difficult for the government to make a right decision, and I think it's really hard for any government to make a right decision right now because it's new to all of us.
Well, that's right, because there's no right and wrong way of doing this, is there? Because we haven't been planning for this for the last 10 years or even the last 12 months. It's just been pounced on us that this awful virus is out there and everyone's in danger. But again, we can't think about everyone's going to have different opinions about who's entitled to what. But, you know, just because you've paid the least tax doesn't mean you've done the least job, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah, there is
NHS,
that.
some
Yeah.
people in the NHS are on minimum wage and paying very little tax, but they still need supporting in the same way as anybody else does.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for sure, for sure. No, they've been, you know. And the other thing about the NHS staff is that now, because we really, really need them, surely their work is much more valuable now because it's kind of like life and death now. Whereas before, I don't, it wasn't the same situation. And now I'm thinking, should they be paid more because of how much we need them? Yeah.
I
So,
think what we have to
yeah.
do, I think what we have to do, James, is rather than separate out anybody, is that we're all valuable. Every individual, every human being is valuable, and everybody contributes something, unless, of course, they have got mental health issues where they can't contribute in the same way. But society goes round because we all need to be part of something. We all need to be part of a community. And some of us do that by building houses. Some of us do that by taking care of our health. It's what we choose to do when we're probably younger, about how we want to contribute to society. And so I think it'd be very hard to put a value on anything. You know, I would like to live in a house and be sheltered in the same way as I'd like to go to hospital and be taken care of if I'm poorly.
Mm.
So, you know, unless there's jobs out there that are absolutely useless and a waste of time, we've all got a contribution in different things that we do. And we
Mm.
need to see that as a society. We all help, you know. Some people make a mess, other people clean it up. Some people get sick, other people make us better. That's how we go around. We're all important.
Mm. Okay, Diane. So, what are you doing at the moment in regards to helping people with their mental health?
So in terms of being a therapist, therapists are still working out there. We're doing it very differently, although some therapists are online therapists anyway. But therapists have changed their business so that they're now doing online sessions. So that can be Skype or Zoom or telephone. So people that do need the mental health support, there is people out there still offering sessions. So if you do feel you need counselling, and some people have put it on hold, thinking we'll do all this when the lockdown's over. If you do need it, there are people out there that can help you. Some therapists have turned their hand to helping local charities, and they're offering free services for the NHS and other key workers. So therapists are still trying to do as much as they can and getting information out there to help with mental health. So don't neglect your mental health. If you need support, still seek it out.
Mm. And you know, for people at home, you know, if you are looking to book Diane, you can give her a call, and there'll be a number in the description, or maybe be on the screen right now. It'll be in the description of this video. So you know, you can contact Diane at home, and if you need therapy, then you can get in contact with her.
Thank you, James.